How's it going? Pardon the lag. Just getting the screen set up. Oh, this always goes so quickly. Hmm. Almost. Oh, okay. Great. That's not right, is it? Hold on. I can. I want to see more of the chat room than the screen I need to broadcast from. There we go. There we go. Get this more in the middle. You guys, this is so thrilling. I'm just staring at the screen. You know what? That's good enough. It's more. It's closer to the middle. I don't want like just like a teeny tiny strip off to the side, like I'm watching somebody go live from Rumble, or maybe it's on that. That doesn't matter. Oh, what's up, Patrick? How's it going? How is the day of the week? Saturday. So how's your Sunday so far? Oh, cool. Yeah, popped in to leave a like. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Not bad at all. Pretty good day, all things considered. Did you do anything fun today, or did anything fun happen? Watch a cool video. Watch a movie. I don't know what people do away from the internet. So if you did something outside, something like that, whatever outdoorsy folks do. It's just been like cool here. We haven't really been getting a ton of rain. It's just, a little bit cooler. Yeah, I mean, it's this time of year, so it should be, 18 Celsius, 16 Celsius, whatever it is. So that's not terrible, but I have had to have the heat on for about a week now. I can't do that. Oh goodness. It's maybe like 78 Fahrenheit in the room, 79. Did like just enough for a flop sweat. And pardon this a second. That's gonna move. I'm gonna move it back. So sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, it's what I did. I've been kicking this around in my head for I don't know, maybe 2 days now. And then I decided to just go with it because I mentioned the Cultivate Elevate. I was gonna re-up on the pearl powder and the dragon's blood. So today I got up and I was thinking about it. I was like, well, let me see what I have picked out. Let me go back through those. And it was one thing that I had picked out. It was the one that I really couldn't pronounce. It comes in a red bag. The organic, the energy mushroom. I'll put it that way. I looked through that again, and that is the one that is for well, it's for a lot of stuff. But one of the things it is for is libido. And again, I do not need any more of that. I could actually sell some off and still be okay. But then I looked at another one. What did I look at? The chai blend. I guess the idea is it's well, it's got a little bit of cocoa in it, so you can, pop it in your coffee and give yourself an extra kick. And it does do a lot of good things, but it does have lion's mane in it. And I'm like, hold on, because I was just going to get the straight up lion's mane. Like right here, it says lion's mane improvements on sleep and moods. That's underneath the chai blend. So I'm like, well, let me just go right straight to the lion's mane capsules. I don't know if they sell this in powder. I'm a pill taker, so if it comes in a capsule, then that's what I'm looking at. So this is what I did get. I'm getting more. I ordered more pearl powder. I ordered more of the dragon's blood. Pearl powder is for, it cures my insomnia, and then it also helps with my eyes. And then the dragon's blood is for inflammation in my back. Am I in focus? I feel like the focus. That's why I've got my hair back. I feel like my hair was making it not focus on me. Let me get through this. So anyway, I did order the lion's mane capsules. These are Things it says it does, right in bold. It says helps with memory loss, nerve health, and the heart. It also supports the immune system, stimulates new brain cell and nerve growth. But it's the very last thing that I'm most interested in. It says it may support alleviation from depression and anxiety. I have those in spades. So I will, well, I've always been an anxious person. And the depression has been a permanent character for a decade now this month, so let's see if this helps out at all, since the end of the month will be tough. And since these guys are really good about delivery, I want to say it'll be here within a week, so I'll have it like end of next week, let's say. I'm going to start taking it as soon as it shows up, no waiting until the end of the month. And then I'll take it for a month and let you know how I feel. And I will be taking the full dose of that along with just one pill a day each of the pearl powder and the dragon's blood to I think I'm gonna have to be on those for the rest of my life anyway. So just to let you know how all those things are gonna uh, interact with each other. Put it that way. Oh, cool, Patrick! My team won 4-1. Nice. So I'm happy. Don't think Wally will be too happy. Oh yeah. Because I know he did live over in England when he was younger. Pardon me a sec. My nose gets so... It wants attention. I swear I don't party with it. Yeah, while he might still be... have his fans of his teams from over there when he was living there. That must be a thing. If you start in with a sports team, you're basically in it for life. You don't like lose your love for the team. So if you find a sports team and you're a teenager, you're going to be a fan for the rest of your life. Yeah, this I feel like nothing wants to focus. It's like I've never done this before. Which way do I turn? Where's the camera? Is this live? Do I have audio? Oh, what's up, Beach Chap? How's it going? How's your Saturday? Let me see if I have audio. I always go to subscriptions looking for my own channel. So it won't let me subscribe to my own channel. I have tried a couple of times. Well, I am live. So that's good. Okay. Yeah, I keep wanting to subscribe to my own channel. I don't want to up my subscribers artificially, but I always go there to look for channels that I follow, and this is a channel I follow. That's the mentality behind that. I think what it is, it's because ever since, oh, the 14th, October 14th, all day long, my phone wakes up at 9 o'clock, and I swear every half an hour, almost on the hour, I was checking my phone. I was going to YouTube. I was checking Gray Still Plays because there's no reason why he was not at 8 million subs before October 14th. I've been watching it. He was at like 7.8 something, and I'm watching it slowly build up. So it was like as fast as 2 days, you would see him gain another 100,000 subscribers. So I'm like, okay, this dude is on pace. Like every 2 or 3 days, the number went up. All right, so I was safe to say that then. I don't know what happened. The only thing that makes sense to me is either YouTube can't count, which they can't, or two, maybe everybody who was going to subscribe to Gray Still Plays didn't have electricity due to the hurricane, so maybe that's where all of his new subs came from. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Why would it taper off like that? But I'll get into that a little bit later, since that was something too. I don't generally look forward to things. Oh, Jenna, how's it going? How's your Saturday? Uh, well, I don't get excited because I can't handle the disappointment. So the most I can do is look forward to something. So I was looking forward to seeing that 8 million happen. And it did. But that was not until later on in the week. I'll try to keep things in more chronological order. So yeah, more Cultivate, Elevate is on the way. And then I do have a link to them in the description that's run by a fella named Matt Copper. He was just on, quite frankly, I was gonna say last week, but Frank was off last week. Maybe the week before, but he's been on recently, and he always looks super tan. Oh, Jenna, cool. Got home a few hours ago. Been away since Thursday. Oh man, were you on a vacation or like away from the house, or just not getting online much? But I'm glad you're back home. It's good to get back on a weekend before everything starts back up again. Monday. There we go. Okay. I know where I'm at. Monday. Yeah, so everybody knows last week Frank was away looking for Bigfoot as he does every year. Oh, Jenna, cool. Went to visit my dad. Had the best present for my dad during the visit. Oh my God, what was it? If you can tell us. That's awesome. I would love to be able to visit my dad. Yeah, so this is what started. Okay, Monday, we thought everything was going to be normal. Well, kind of. Again, that's the day. It was Monday. I've been checking my phone that whole entire day, waiting for that sub count to go up because there's no reason why it was not 8 million subs on New Year's Day, but that's what it was. So it was kind of odd that at 5:30 that day, not necessarily the timing of the upload, but Gray. Oh, Jenna, holy fucking shit. Our dad paid off her mortgage. I cried like a baby. Dude, I'd have been bawling on the floor like somebody died, like unable to get up, just bawling my eyes out. That's the worst I get. Dude, I'd have fucking died. Your dad's as awesome as my dad. That is incredible. I'm so happy for you. I want to cry right now for you, but I'm on camera. I don't want to do the ugly cry face. That is amazing. Wow. Like if I was in the chat room and like if we were quite frankly and you would have said that in the chat room, I'd be sitting here like with tears right now. That's beautiful, man. Yeah, so speaking of dads, it was weird, not necessarily the timing because Gray does upload a little bit late, but it was odd that it was a Grand Theft Auto video on a Monday. They're usually Wednesday and Saturday, but I knew he was what he was doing. He was trying to, because GTA is the most popular thing on his channel. He was doing a push to get to that 8 million. So I saw what he was doing. I was there for it. It was a fun video. Oh, the lady at the bank cried too. LOL. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you just can't help it. You got to be a human at work. Yeah. Oh, bless her heart too. Oh, hell yeah. Patrick got another vintage sewing machine. Nearly 60 years old, immaculate condition for 59 bucks. That's a steal. Wow. Gotta have the vintage sewing machine to make your vintage clothing for your steampunk cosplay. Yeah, 7.99 million subs. Grand Theft Auto video dropped. I'm like, okay, he's got to get up to 8 million now. And I was always like I would always check before, quite frankly, and then right after. So if something happened in those 2 hours, I would, I'd be on top of it. But sub count stayed the same. That's okay because we had a um interesting circumstances that day. Oh, Dandy, how's it going? How's your Saturday? Oh, and smash the like button if you haven't already. Yeah, you can fix up those sewing machines and sell them to folks that do cosplay and wear vintage and do all that stuff. He did get to 8 million on Thursday. Yeah, it was during, quite frankly, because again, I checked before and then I checked right after. So it was really funny because it might have been kind of scary, but I kind of understood what was going on since I do go live because Frank goes live and he was up for, I don't know how long the show was up for, but then it started buffering, which, okay, I thought it was me. Then I thought it was YouTube. I was like, maybe it's bigger than that. Check a couple other platforms. And while I'm checking other platforms, that's when everybody comes home when there's a problem. So whenever there's a problem anywhere in the Frankly verse, everybody comes home to the YouTube chat room to find out what's going on. So there were like, you just see new names pop up. And am I still blurry? That's gonna piss me off. How can I fix this? Let me try something. Pardon any lag. Sorry if anything freezes. Let's try this, maybe. Uh, Possibly. No. Let me switch. It will not. Okay. So maybe I just need to hold very still. Anyway, that's not going to happen. So, over the course, I kind of didn't even have to check because people just saying, oh, Rumble's down, D Live's down, Pilled is down, like every site that, can people come from those places saying that they're down. I was checking, they were all down. And at the time I was in Twitch, I'm doing the chat room tour, and since Frank said that Twitch may have to go because while he's live, Frank gets copyright strikes for music, and it's nothing he can prevent beforehand. It's nothing he can fight afterwards. You get the strike or whatever it is, and it's there. It is what it is. You can't do anything about it. He doesn't want to lose his channel, so I'm glad it was over on Twitch. Of course, we were all over there like, where's the show, guys? And I was over at YouTube too, so I'm kind of back and forth with them. I'm like, yeah, it's an everywhere thing. Calm down when the stream F's up, like I've done myself. You have to set up a new stream, which can take like a minute or two in real time. So it feels like forever while you're live. It really does. But in real life, that it's 2 minutes tops. And so Frank did come back after 2 minutes. Here's another show, and it was live for a minute, probably a real life minute, and then buffering again. And so we're like, oh no. And that, as it's doing this, of course, like I can tell Frank has his channel set to send a tweet whenever he goes live. So every time he set up a new stream, it was send out another tweet. So it was like maybe 12 tweets. It was a lot folks were getting every time he went live. And the problem with YouTube is when a stream ends after so many minutes, the chat room you are no longer able to access it. You can't talk in it. Twitch is not like that. I can go there right now to Twitch, to quite frankly, and the chat room will be open. It never closes. So that's where we all were. I even tweeted that out. I'm like, hey, you can come chat over on Twitch. It's always open. So we were sitting in Twitch. We were okay, basically, because every time Frank came back on, we didn't have to leave or anything like that. So over on YouTube, I was typing very fast, and Twitch, I could take my time. But this kept happening and kept happening. Frank finally got us going long enough where I don't even think he made it to the intro, but he did officially say, he's like, yeah, I'm going to have to, this will be the last week I'm going live from Twitch. Starting next week, I'll go live everywhere else except there. We've been through this before. This happened in July of 2023. So it's been that long ago. Jenna, you don't have Twitch. Oh, man. Well, I don't know if there's a point to right now, but when Frank starts broadcasting on Twitch again, I'll let folks know when I find out. And then they do want me to simulcast over there, the Franklies do. So I do think about that. And I know that there are people with Twitch who don't have YouTube who watch these. So what's up to you guys, even though you can't say hi back or like or comment? I get it. We've been over that. As long as you're entertained. That's the point. Oh, Patrick, cool. Been watching Frank on the morning replay. Oh, beach app. Tried to turn on my other Android smartphone and it didn't turn on. It showed the battery low. Was so low charging it, and Rechargeable battery was already full. Might have to buy a brand new smartphone. That is odd. I did used to have a phone that told me it could not find the battery. Like the battery logo for charging would have like a red line through it. And I'm trying to think which brand of phone that was. That was a while ago. Like I don't even think it was Samsung. It's which phone was that? I did have a Windows phone at one point. It was a while. It was like that was 10 years ago, but I'm kind of blaming that. It did die from a bad heart, so maybe it did need a new battery. That is odd. I wonder if it's the kind you can pop the battery out and pop it back in, do that. If not, stick it on the charger for a minute, take it off again, see if that doesn't, stick it back in, take it. Don't have sex with it. Don't violate the charging port, but just to force it to think to see if that will, like the old school version of slapping the TV to get the picture to come in. Oh, Jenna, LG, nice. Yeah, I've been on Samsung phones for a minute now. 2017. Like I would never use Apple. I turned out a free phone just because it was Apple. It's a ZTE Smart 2. Not more like a smart ass. What the hell? You can't find the battery? The thing that's showing me the screen right now. Doctor, I can't find my heart. It's like we shouldn't be able to find your heart. It's in your damn chest. Put it back in there. So Frank did mention it was the last week of Twitch, and then his stream crashed, I think, right in the intro. So that's all you can do is just deal with it. But the fact that we were sitting in Twitch and that chat room never closed, we just sat there for 2 hours and talked for 2 hours. So because I mean, like, yeah, there was no show on, but at the same time, I'm programmed to be in a chat room at 7 p.m. during the week. So where else would I go? So we just sat in there for 2 hours. We're talking. And then, okay, that the first theory was that Frank was going to drive to the studio because it went live from the home studio on Monday. And then I'm like, no, wait, new theory. After about an hour, the new theory was that either Matt McCat or Lila got into Frank's office when he was out of town looking for Bigfoot. And then they messed with the settings because we know Matt had to come back a day early. It could have happened, but it turned out it was just Tuesday. Frank came back on. He said it was like some kind of technical difficulty he has not had to deal with in literally years. Like, was just that stupid and random, but it's sorted out now. Everything was fine the rest of the week. But I mean, technical difficulties are very retro. It is a little bit fitting we would get that at the start of the year. But it kind of would suck for people who have not had a show for a whole week, and then there was not a Monday show for them. However, what happened was Frank, while he couldn't go live, he did have guests scheduled, so he just recorded the interview, live with them, and then aired it after the fact, maybe about 9:30 that night. So there is an episode for Monday. It's about an hour and 15 minutes long. I haven't seen it because it wasn't live, and I only watch Frank when he's live. So, it's nothing against the guests or the show or anything like that. That's just not how I do things. I don't watch Frankly repeats because I don't know what the Franklies are saying. That fucks me up too bad. So I can't sit there. It hurts. So I'm sure it's a great episode. I hope they can come back soon when Frank has fewer technical difficulties. So, but that is available. There is a Monday show that does exist. It's not like Frank was just sitting there cussing at his computer for 2 hours and then went to bed. I'm sure he was not happy about it, but he got work done. Apple, yeah, won't buy. Jenna won't buy Apple. Always use LG. LG is pretty cool. I think my DVD player is LG. I'm gonna assume it is. Yeah, I have like black post-its kind of covering up things on the front of it. Like, I don't need a little red icon when it's on. I know it's on because I plugged it in and hit power. And then because the way I've got the DVD player, it lays at such an angle that when I'm laying down, like the little like red light that reads in there, I can kind of see. So I've got to cover that up too. Patrick, you have an old Apple, only care that it rings, watch everything on desktop. Yep, that's the way to do it. Beach app, yeah, same. Whatever item I get, it depends on the price. Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, I like this phone, not for that price. We find a little bit less storage. Oh, hey, Lisa, how's it going? Oh, nice. She's saying, just got back from our annual pumpkin drop. Bush planes drop off pumpkins at a Target near our runway. Fun times, stayed warm by the bonfire, and enjoyed the seasonal ushering in. That sounds like too much fun. Wow. Oh, John Rogers, how's it going? Nice. Glad everybody's having fun. So yeah, there is you can always go to Twitch. You can go to the app right now and go to following and scroll down to Quite Frankly Live. And then I don't know if this is going to show up. It says like home, about, schedule, videos, clips, kind of right in the middle there, those across there. So if you just, oh, let me go back. Okay, so there's that. So all you gotta do is scroll up. Oh, maybe not. Scroll to the side. Scroll, scroll. And bam, you're in the chat room. That's for Quite Frankly. It's always there. It's always open. It says, welcome to Quite Frankly Live's chat room. Send a message. I'm just going to type the word message and hit send. And I don't know, you can't see that. I know you can't see that. It's blurry as hell. But the chat room's always open. You can go there right now. So it's not like it's it never closes and they never kick you out. I guess I've never been there off hours. The point is there's always a chat room open and that never closes. You can get to it on your laptop as well. There's just no side swiping. It's just all right there. And that's actually what the Twitch Franklies were talking about doing, is watch the show elsewhere and then just continue to use that chat room, which you can do. That's basically what we had to do last year when there was 1 hour of chat room that was not painful to go through, and then the second hour was exclusively on Pilled. So what I was doing then was I would watch it, listen to it, whichever, on Pilled, through the TV app, and then I would go over to Gilded and chat there. It's the same thing except talking on Twitch. So that's it sounds like that's what they're going to be doing. They talked about going to other places, Rumble, D Live, YouTube, Twitter does have a chat room. So they're all going to scatter. And like one guy was really pissed off, but me and another guy and maybe somebody else were like, we're used to this. This happened. This is twice now. This is old hat. He'll be back within a year, and then we'll have to go through this again in 2 years. So it's just I'm used to it by now. Like I was not happy about it. Don't get me wrong. I was still upset, but it's not Frank's fault. That's strictly a Twitch issue. And just more work for me finding another chat room. Oh, cool, dandy. I have a track phone, but it's a smartphone. Just pay as I go. Actually, very economical. All right, cool. Jen, I bought my phone on Amazon. Was refurbished. Yeah, refurbished is okay. Yeah, as long as that sucker's unlocked, you're good to go. Beat Chap, yeah, pretty sure YouTube made a 24-hour time limit for live streams. So something like, yeah, that, because what happens is this happened every year before New Year's. I mentioned him before, Mahler. His birthday is something like October 7th, 8th, 9th, somewhere around in there. So what happens is I'll get a notification for it. It's like the birthday stream, and it's like cool, but it's like first thing in the morning, like 8 a.m. before I even woke up. And it will go on literally the entire day. You check back at any point in the day, it's live. You check before Quite Frankly comes on, it's live. This guy will just stream for hours at a time. I don't know how he does it, but more power to him. Oh, I'm hungry now. How's it going? Haven't seen you in a minute. I like your handle because I'm often hungry. That's not bad. Patrick is on gift gaff, 10 pounds a month, unlimited calls, texts, and 20 gigabytes of data. That is pretty damn good. Yeah, mine is it's a Samsung phone as usual. And then I got on the Mint, the Ryan Reynolds one. It's something like unlimited, and you only pay for it like once a year, and it's I forget what it is. I pay for it again in January or July or something. Probably January. I'll remember. It's, I don't know, like unlimited, and I forget what all it has. It's pretty good. I don't have any complaints. And again, I don't travel too far away with it. I don't have what I used to have. Don't go through these people. Don't go through Cricket because for many reasons, but one of them is the call quality. If you don't want to hear a click every few seconds in the call, like no, that just I've never had my phone calls recorded. That makes me feel like my phone calls are being recorded. I don't like that. And for many other reasons, don't go through them. So Frank got his technical difficulties sorted out, and then Tuesday was just a normal day, but it was fun. It was different. If I usually don't have, I mean, I always have fun in the chat room, but this was extra special because the guest was talking about dreams. I wrote down Tony Merkel, and it was just so much fun to spend so much like just 2 hours talking about different just dreams and scenarios because you can just let your imagination run more wild than usual when we talk about dreams, at least me. And we're talking about like they're bringing up astral projection and demons and just dreams and all this. Was that the same night? All of this stuff. I think it was the same night because what had happened was it was later on in that show, somebody mentioned that like you don't own your soul, so you are unable to sell your soul to the devil. So my logic is like, oh, okay, so if no one can sell their soul to the devil, they just say they do as an excuse to act up. That makes perfect sense. That's human nature right there. Yeah, gift gap, that sounds like a across the pond thing. We don't like we don't use the word gaff over here. Like I know it means things in the UK, but yeah. I'm not making fun or anything. That's just like it's cute. Like every I don't know why like stuff that the UK names things sounds so cute, but it does. They come off as just very serious. Like when Monty Python's being, so super serious and official, but then like they have like cute names for things. I love it. I think it might be the accent. Maybe if I was English, it'd be like whatever, but to Americans it sounds cute. Yeah, it got sometimes it got a little bit creepy, beach app. Yeah. Yeah, understandable. I don't remember. That's really all I have to say about it. I don't remember too much from it because I was so busy talking. But that was when Frank showed us the picture of the folks who won the costume contest. And I'm thinking, okay, like, I don't know if they were going to like really pick somebody with a good costume. Well, I don't know. I didn't see any of the pictures of the costume, so I don't know. So, I'm like, okay, what is this going to be? I was ready to make fun of it. Like, that's a dumb choice. You didn't have somebody dressed as, I was ready to knock it so hard. So I was like gearing up to like give it shit. But then it was a man and a woman, and they both went as Bruce Jenner. So it was the fella was dressed up like Bruce Jenner now. So it was like he had like a white dress on and all this stuff, and he had the background like he was Vanity Fair. And then his wife was dressed like Bruce Jenner back in the day, so she looked like an Olympian. And then like her background was like a Wheaties box, and it was, oh my god, that was perfect. You know, they have the best sense of humor. I didn't catch their names. Did I catch their names? I didn't. I don't even know if Frank said their names, but oh my god, they have the best sense of humor. I want to meet those people. That is so cool. Oh, that sucks. With gift gab, if you don't use it, you lose it. No rollover. Ugh. Oh, I'm hungry now. Just saying, I just want to send everybody some love because I've got to go. I'm hungry now. I heard that hungry. Yeah, go ahead and shout out. Do it now before the sun gets into Scorpio. That's what I did all week. Just been eating a little bit more. I think it's a reaction to having to work all last week. And then it's also a reaction to the fact that I cannot overeat at all when the sun's at a water sign. And that is starting up in a couple of days here, a few days here. It's basically the cusp. So it's basically Scorpio to me. I have to be careful on the cusp too. So, it's the only time I can, eat a little bit more without being punished. And I have to go back to, it was so hard doing it in July when I could literally only eat once a day or else. So it's just, I just don't want to have to, I have to go through it. I don't have a choice. So, but it's just very strict. I don't care for it. But the best and worst things happen when the sun's in a water sign. And I'm not knocking water signs at all. My dad's a water sign. Jenna's a water sign. I like water signs. It's just that time of year I can have the worst things happen. Like 10 years ago. Okay, yeah, this was too much fun. All right, so Wednesday, Frank was going to have a guest on called BX Investigates. And I don't know who any of these guests are. I don't look these people up beforehand. I just show up and hang out. I don't even know like the title of the show until I get there 15 minutes before the show starts. I don't seek that information out. I don't need to know. I like to be surprised. So like I say BX, I'm thinking BMX. I'm like, okay, here's a bicycle, like a BMX mountain bike that investigates things. So I'm like, okay, I'm down for it. This sounds silly. I knew that's not what it was, but that's what I was thinking. So we get there, and Frank's like, yeah, so we're going to have BX Investigates on, and she's going to, I'm like, she? Okay, let's see how this goes. And it went really well. She's got a background that doesn't have anything flashing, no bright lights. It's just, it looks like she's using purple light shine at a white wall, and the lighting is low enough in the background to look at, but then she has bright light on herself so you can see her. So great lighting for her. She must have zero trouble with her eyes, and I dig the purple screen. Yeah, Dandy, she did have the purple background. It was off to her, it would have been the left side of your screen. It was more, like purpley, like the wall had some kind of texture to it, a lot of purple. And then the other side, I was having too much fun. I was in two chat rooms at the same time, too, because what was happening in the Quite Frankly chat room was this chick shows up, and about half of the chat room just loses their mind. Like, oh my God, she's so cute, all this stuff. Like, literally, like half the comments on the screen at any given time were just like, oh my God, I'm in love. Is she single? All this stuff like that. So that was cute. Like folks were like kind of freaking out. And then a few minutes after that, like maybe 3 minutes, real life minutes go by, 3 or 4. Then there's somebody in there asking about feet pics. It's like, oh no, here we go. We're already on to that. Oh, I pitched Slap Satan. How's it going? How's your Saturday? So they started with the feet pics. I'm like, oh man, this is too much fun. Where's this gonna go? And then somebody, maybe about a minute or so, 2 minutes later, they're like, wow, oh, what kind of car does she drive? What kind of car could she drive? And somebody else said a hearse. And then the first person who asked, they're like, "Whoa, I don't know, I don't know if she should be driving a hearse." And I'm thinking convertible hearse, so I said that. Then I was like, oh, then I realized what had happened. I'm like, oh no, this girl just came on the show. This all happened in the span of like 5 to 7 real life minutes. It couldn't have been 10. But this chick comes on, folks fall in love, they start asking for feet pics. Next thing you know, she's in a hearse. I was like, wow, this is one of the best character arcs I've ever seen written. I mean, the girl comes on and she's dead within 10 minutes. I could not have written that any better. I thought your character was going to stick around longer, but apparently the chat room just wanted to write her off, which, that's fine. That's how you subvert expectations. So RIP to her. But we had fun with her character. Oh, that was too much fun. That was cute. And then I don't know if they did for the rest of the time. What else can you do? I was just like, hey, that's teamwork. I could not have written that better myself. I'm just glad I could see it. Yeah, you can always call I bitch slap Satan just like bitch slap, or people say IBSS, so you don't have to use the S word. Or you can think of him as like Satan from South Park, like as a guy, and then it's not so bad. So that was fun. And then I think somewhere later on towards the end, somebody mentioned that she was reading the chat room comments, and they're like, wow, she ripped off some of the things we said. And I'm thinking, oh damn, did she see the part where the chat room killed off her character? Damn. Hey guys, funeral. So that was cute. Yeah, in real time. I wonder if that's saved in the chat room, but that was too much fun. I mean, she seems like a nice girl. She was pleasant to have on. I would like to see her come back on again, just to see what the chat room does with her character. Dandy, yeah, I think she was driving the hearse, not riding in the back. LOL. I mean, I hope so. Like we could resurrect her the next time she comes on, and then she can continue with another storyline. I just love what the chat room did with that. That's just being in the moment and using imagination and just having fun with it, saying the first thing that comes to mind. I had a blast, and this was after the Tuesday show that I had so much fun chatting in. Oh, this is bad. Hold on a second. Damn nose. Yeah, Wednesday is we're sitting there trying to make the most of Twitch, not really trying to like bring up too many that the end for it was coming up again. And I was like, you know what? Twitch is like Lady Gaga. It was the best for a few years, and now all it does is disappoint me. Because before Frank was even over on Twitch, I spent like the better part of a year getting used to it. I was back when Batchy was still uploading videos. That's how long ago this was. And he was going live on Twitch playing Grand Theft Auto. I was, watching him and watching Cruza, who's also Scott. They're both Scottish YouTubers. Um, Batchy quit, but he does have his channel still up. Um, but I was watching them, getting used to them, and like Twitch was great. Twitch was the only platform where I can play it on the TV, the Twitch app, and then break out my smart keyboard and be able to type and like see my comments on the side, all on the TV if I so chose. No other app does that. Jenna, yeah, I get mad when chatters make fun of the guests. Yeah, see, it's like one thing to like tease and be cute, but it's another thing when people are getting, like say racist or like overly sexual, or people can take it too far. They usually don't, but then there are people that just get catty, like, oh, this chick has stringy hair, or you know, like they'll just make someone fun of stupid about their appearance, or hey, this guy has one earlobe bigger than the other, and it's like who the hell cares? Just like deal with it. Everybody looks a certain way. Nobody's perfect. But some of the guests on there, like if they are like doing something goofy, you gotta say something. It can't cross the line though. Like you can't have like say an Asian guest on there and then somebody's telling I don't know, like Vietnam jokes. It's like okay, maybe one or two, but if that's all you're going to be on about for about 5 minutes, like calm down with that. This is not the place. But unless the guest is specifically like encouraging that kind of behavior, be an adult. Oh, and I wondered what was going on with the 16th because that kind of stuck out to me, but not for a birthday. And I couldn't think of what it was until the next day when I got on Tumblr. And I don't recall the year, but there is a popular reaction photo of this fella who's of a certain size. But all it is it's got the date, and his comment is, God, I wish that were me. So that's the anniversary of that. And I may have that saved somewhere, but yeah, that's a thing that does go around. Wait a minute. What were those uploads like? And Dandy, that one guy that uses all of the words you've never heard comes to mind. Yeah, that guy. Is that the same guy who leaves Frank's comments? He's like, "Oh, hey Frank, did you know about?" And like in his little super chat, he's just using words, and Frank's like, "Hey, look, man, you can't talk to me like this. You're gonna have to use smaller words." I don't know what this is about. Sure, you can ask a personal question. I did not write down the time for that. Oh, so Thursday was October 17th. And if you don't know, that is Norm MacDonald's birthday. So happy birthday to him. I wear the same shirt because I'm sweating. It's the thinnest shirt I have, and I'm trying to stop the flop sweat. And it's kind of nerve wracking to go clothes shopping since it's a lot of bright lights and me focusing on little letters. I know I got to do it. I know it's annoying to see the same shirt. At the same time, maybe if the descriptions for all the videos get lost, it'll look like one super long episode that I filmed in the same shirt with the same background. Like, damn, doesn't this chick ever sleep? But yeah, it's literally like even now, just a little bit of flop sweat you can't see. But I need to work out. Like if I turn the fan on right now, I'll just get cold and I'll have to run to the restroom. So just working out the temperature of the room. Maybe if I'm like less nervous. What's up, Francois? If I didn't say hello. It's clean though, believe it or not. I do laundry, so it's not like it's the pardon any lag. It's not like it's the same shirt and the same condition. So please don't think that. Everything gets washed. It is so thin that it's just letting me breathe. Like I do kind of like the V-neck because that lets more air through, but it's also like a large. So I'll just look. It makes me look like I'm sitting under a tarp, and like I hate the way this shirt catches on the bra. It is always like catching. So like I sit here for 2 hours looking at my tits, and then I watch my show back and do the same thing. So it feels kind of gay, but I don't have to know that. Patrick, I remember when Frank was on Tim Pool. That guy Ian, I think, got plenty of stick from us Franklies. What happened? I remember being at Tim Pool. That's the fastest chat room I've ever been, and everybody was so well behaved. The Franklies were very well behaved, but at some point, like halfway into the show, everybody just started talking about Ian. And I don't know that world there, so I don't know who these people are. I didn't know like Ian McShane, who's Ian, but I guess he was a guy who was there, and like the chat room, like half of the I don't know what they kept mentioning him like that Teddy had done something before and it was going too fast to even ask, so I just kind of let it slide. But Ian did something. But yeah, Frank was on Tim Pool. I forget how long ago that was. Uh, eventually he was just sitting there looking pretty. Dandy, I have a thin see-through shirt I can send you. LOL. Oh no, not see-through. That wouldn't be too hot. I do have another shirt. I'm like, hey, I can wear this on camera. It's like it's kind of like low cut, but it's like an extra large or a 2XL, so it comes down farther than my bra. So I don't know if that would be very classy. I mean, nobody. It's YouTube. Nobody's getting, or it's not going to suddenly turn into OnlyFans. Don't get me wrong. I'm not that kind of girl. Lisa, I think I remember that. She's saying, I asked Frank a question about something, forgot what now. Anyway, he came back. He came back and said for me to not ask it like F. Scott Fitzgerald. So yeah, I used lesser words. I wish I could remember what that was because I kind of remember that comment. Oh damn, that is so good. Francois, you can't read the Tim Pool chat because the way I do it, I read the words first and then I read the handle because I can usually infer from the statement who said it. But at Tim Pool, I had to do the opposite. So I had to force myself to look for the handles that I knew and then read the comment. But that didn't always work. So I was doing both and I was going back and forth and and there were people there I didn't usually see. And I'm like tagging everybody and saying hi. And it's just going by. So it was like I have been in faster rooms, but I have not been in a room that fast that I had to participate in. It was a challenge. I'm glad that doesn't happen often. Like if it was a once a month thing, like morning sickness mat, that would be a challenge. Ugh. It's a lot. I mean, like it'd be nice if they had it back on because everybody was so well behaved, but at chat room, and it wasn't even from like people spamming, it was just from people talking, and there was just so much talking that you couldn't look away for a second. It was intense. That was like what, an hour and a half. Oh, Francois, yeah, if you type that a certain country did 9/11, you will be censored. That's true. Dandy, yeah, that was the only time I ever watched Tim's show. Yeah, same. I don't know. I don't watch any other current event shows to be fair, so I'm not like dissing any other channel. That's just not something that I consume. Jenny, who was out of his element, went on Tim's show. There were so many people on that show, and then like Tim or whoever was trying to talk to everybody, and then he would get around to Frank, and it's like you guys need to realize he's the guest. You need to give him just a little bit more time to talk and not think about everybody. Like let give the guest. It's for you're there for the guests. I mean, like yeah, you're there for your fans, but you're there for the guests. And then Frank was just doing his best there, but they were just sort of like talking around him. So Frank was just sitting there pretty, and I think we just made fun of his tits or something like that. And there was a guitar in the background nobody played. Oh, Patrick, Tim's considered the village idiot on Tim's show. Oh, is he like Barty Gumble, but not an alcoholic? Because Barney's funny, but like the whole alcoholism part is sad. I don't try to read it anymore. Francois said, "Yeah, same." It's I don't know if it's again like I would not go there and hang out without Franklin's there just because I don't know current events. I would be out of my league. And since the chat room goes by too fast, it's too fast for me to even enjoy myself in or meet people in. So there's no point for me to go there. Yeah, when the hell was he even on Tim Pool? That was like it was in the last within the last 4 years. Summer, I uh, I just spring. I don't think it was winter time. It was uh I would have to ask Frank to like put that in my head unless somebody else remembers. Francois said, yeah, Ian is often mocked, but sometimes I like some of his points of views. Okay, well, I'm glad they keep him around. Jenny, yeah, like 2 or 3 years. It's been within the last four, but it's uh, I know that happened. I was there for it because that was one of the first times Frank was really a guest on somebody's show. Like, wasn't it like right after, quite frankly, too. So we all just hopped right over there and I think before we went over, it's like, all right, I'm like, everybody, behave, but you don't gotta tell adults how to act. But everybody was like really nice. Nobody was, being like spammy or trolly or picking fights or calling anybody gay. Francois, yeah, you might have to like just do like Tim Pool or with like Frank from Quite Frankly or with Quite Frankly, maybe it'll come up if it's still up. I don't know if it's like Frank's channel where he's got to take down videos every so often or specifically remove them or take out years and years and years of stuff. Unfortunately, and Frank still does that have that 102,000 subscribers. Thursday. Oh, and if you want a creepy coincidence, go look up Norm Macdonald and check out the day he passed away. 2 years ago. Yeah, like 2 years ago. It was, well, let me see. It was before Gamer Cat died, so it was longer than 2 years ago. Yeah, I'll be able to piece that together when I get closer to it. Oh, Jenna, Timcast IRL. Uh, I don't quite know how to say her first name. Ghislaine Maxwell sentenced to 20 years in prison in Epstein case with, quite frankly. Is that episode still up? That would be a wow. Because I would have to, like, if the chat room is not still available, I'm not even going to click on it, but that would be interesting. That's 2 years ago? What was the date on that? 2 years? Timcast. See, what happens over on Twitch is, I don't know if it's always like this or if it's just the few times I've been there, recently, a little bit last year, and then, this year, this past week. But they do mention Flat Albert a lot, and they should. Oh, Jenna, that video is still up. Great. And you guys know who Flat Albert is. He's still the same guy. He's just not with us anymore. But they do bring him up, and because like that was the place where he hung out at after the divorce. And so, like, I see why they don't want that to be taken down. Sorry, I'm written down. June 28th, 2022 was when Frank was on Timcast. I gotta put that together, and it's just wait, June 28th. Is that a holiday for me? No, it's close though. Okay, I mean, Sun's in Cancer. Yeah, 400,000 views streamed 2 years ago. Timcast. IRL guest, quite frankly. Hell yeah. We had a blast. They can have Frank back on anytime. So they do bring up Flat Albert a lot, and then one of the folks in there was they couldn't remember the exact day when it happened, and I was went back and checked my calendar just to be sure. I was like, yeah, that was on November 6th. It happened on a Monday, but we didn't find out until the following Thursday. And someone in the chat was like, oh, damn, yeah, because I typed out a message to Albert on that Sunday and didn't hit enter. And that kind of brings me to one of the things I do say is that you have to sometimes, a lot of times, act like you're never going to see people again. You don't know the last time you're going to see somebody. So if you do have something to say to someone, say it, hit enter. You never know. It might help, it might not, but always say something. Don't let it wait because some things can't wait. You think there's more time, there's just not. And time is the one thing you cannot replace. So please do say something. Yeah. And I won't say who it was. I don't want to, put them on blast or, make them feel bad, but it's that I'm not trying to guilt trip them for not saying anything either. Don't think that at all. I would never guilt trip anybody like that. You can't stop a person from proceeding with their plans. What's up, Kara? How is it going? Patrick, yeah, day before his and Dandy's birthday. That is so cool. Well, we don't have any Virgo or Libra twins. Do we have any Scorpio twins watching the show? That would be extra creepy. Not too creepy. Scorpios are cool. They're good people. But that's the same night, Thursday, a fella named Kirk called in. And we're like, Kirk who over on YouTube? We're looking around at both the chat rooms I was in. I'm like, who? But then after he had shouted out the Franklies over on Twitch, so it's like, oh well, hell yeah, what's up, Kirk? Shit, hell yeah, dude. And then as soon as he got off the call, there he was in the Twitch chat room. So we're like, oh my god, thank you, like awesome. You didn't have to say anything, but thank you. That's so cool of him. So Kirk Allen gave the Franklies a shout out from Twitch on Thursday, so I wanted to shout him out today. That's very awesome of him. Because I love when they do that. I love when folks mention the other chat rooms. When you call in, say what chat room you're from. We don't know who Bill from Idaho is. We don't know who Carrie from Illinois is. But, like we know your handle, we know the chat rooms. Like, say that stuff so we can find you and, like, thank you and, like, feel like we're a part of something. Do it like that. And he did. So that was awesome. Very cool. And then Thursday, this is when there's either no video upload from Gray or it's a compilation video. And it was a compilation video. It was Grand Theft Auto. It's like, great, one of my favorites. So that was all before the show. This was all before 7 p.m. The Grand Theft Auto video had gone up, and Gray was still at 7.99 million subs. So we do the Thursday show, all that Flat Albert stuff, or the Kirk Allen calling in. It just, all that, had a good time. Forget who the guest was. No, there wasn't a guest. I think Frank was taking calls. Something like that. It was still fun. Oh, Patrick, I hit the big 6-0 the next day. Ugh. That's all right. It's, I mean, anything over 25 is just gravy. But Frank did end the Thursday show just a tad bit early, like maybe 5 minutes early. It didn't end too early, just a little bit early. So, of course, the show ends. I pick up my phone like usual, and I go to YouTube, subscriptions, Gray's right at the top, visit channel, and holy shit, I took a screenshot. It was 9:59 p.m. I use military time, but that's what it was. And it was 8 million. I'm looking at it right now. So I flipped out, took a screenshot, had to post it. So sometime between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern time on October 17th, that's when Gray hit 8 million subs. And it's well deserved. That man's been on YouTube for, it's like 1 million subscribers for every year he's been on YouTube. Let's put it like that. And he damn well deserves it. If you watch his early stuff, like, he's always been that guy. He's had a great handle on the kind of content he wants to put out, and he's been plugging away at it, and you can hear from his older videos. He used to put out a video like every single day. I don't know how he got through that, working full-time and having a family, but he plugged away at it, and he's where he is at now. I mean, selling coffee, He's on almost every social media platform. Has all kinds of stuff out, and this is just free stuff. This is not talking about the stuff he has for because he does have memberships on his channel. I have not joined that yet, so I'm not speaking on that right now. But he's got the work ethic. He's putting the work. He deserves what he has. Same thing with Frank. Frank has a great work ethic. He should have more than that 102K subs on YouTube. But you know, it is what it is. Carrie, yeah, I can't imagine having that many subs. Seems the gaming channels climb higher quicker. Yeah, that is what it is because it's too it's too inclusive unless you're like sitting there like swearing and being racist on camera. If you're not doing that, if you're being a friendly, engaging person, you're gonna get subs. Kara, no, I'm not a mod for him. Gray only uploads videos. He doesn't go live. I mean, he did go live from his channel back in 2016, but that's before I knew about him. So he's just strictly video uploads. Honestly, I believe his life is too busy to upload to go live. I don't know if his what his life is like that he could be there. I'm late tonight. Watch a couple of the grandkids today. Kara's saying, "Oh, that's cool. No worries. Got to spend time with family." Danny, that is a huge number of subs. I can't imagine that. I just hit 188 today, and like that's almost 200. That blows my mind. Like I could not imagine the amount of subs Frank has, let alone having an M behind the subs. Like that's not gonna happen in my lifetime. But I get to talk about it, so I get to put it in the title of this show. So that's as close as I'm going to get to a million subs, let alone 8 million subs, is Gray Still Plays. So yeah, he's earned it, and I'm sure all those views he has on his channel, I'm sure close to a billion of them have been, at least half of those have been from myself over the last 8 years. Not even eight, wait, 8. What year is it now? Let's say 8 years. 2017, 18, right around there. Jenna, I watched Gray's last when he liked breaking bones and backflips. LOL. Happy Wheels? Or the one specifically where like the little character guys fly off and you can see like the bones breaking inside of their bodies. That's a different game, but it's similar. I like Happy Wheels a little bit more. I gotta find a specific Happy Wheels. I don't know if I have it saved or not. I'm gonna have to literally go back in time and watch every single one of those videos until I find it. But that's how I found those. Ugh. Two of those GTA videos that I've shared sometime last year, the last couple of months. But I really do have to find those. I don't have too much stuff that sticks in my head that I need to find because I can't remember that much. But if it's something that sticks in my head and I have to find it, then I just have to. Carrot, we need to make Frank a plaque since YouTube won't. Yeah. It's almost like I would kind of want to be this kind of smart ass. Like if I got a plaque, I would be like, yeah, instead of putting Nikki M. Carlin, use my nickname. It's quite frankly. And then just send that off to Frank. Like, there's the damn plaque. Because you know what people do, what I've noticed, and they kind of should, but when they have a YouTube plaque, anytime they upload a video, it's somewhere in the background. Sometimes it's very prominently displayed, like you can't miss it. Sometimes it's just kind of like setting up against the wall, like it's in the shot. So when I see that, I'm expecting better quality videos. And then I'm sitting through these videos like, how did they get this many subs? It's like, and sometimes it's a video that's so bad that, like, I don't know if I'd quite be a dick and dislike it, but I am going to remove it from my watch history so that nothing like this is recommended to me again. But then I am the kind of person that if I did get a plaque, it would have to be somewhere in the background next to a lava lamp. So that's how I would do things. Jenna, yeah, quite frankly, would get a plaque for 100K subs, but because of the demonetization, they would not even offer to send one to him because he had got the 100K subs. It was the middle of September in 2023. And so I was thinking, okay, by Christmas I'll have the plaque. But I didn't keep bringing him up. I didn't want to be a dick about it. I wasn't going to DM him about it. But it got to be December, and it's like, okay, where's that silver play button? And then I don't know if I think maybe somebody else brought it up, or maybe they called in about it or sent a super chat about it. But Frank did say, he's like, well, just with the basically what I said with the demonetization. Like, I don't know how it works. Like, do they send you an email like, hey, you got 100K subs, congratulations, fill out this form, we'll send you a plaque? Because it can't be just an automatic thing. Or maybe you have to get so high above 100K for them to send it. But like, I wonder if it's a thing like Frank sends an email like, "Hey, I'm at 100K. Where's my plaque?" And they send an email back like, "Fuck you." Like, so I don't know what the exchange is like, but basically they told him no. Like he's just ineligible to have it sent out. Like they don't have the QUITE to you know what? I'll get another one. And Frank isn't even this kind of guy. He wouldn't take like Anthony's play button and like just like super just like Photoshop, quite frankly, over it and take a picture of it. Like, he wouldn't. He's not that kind of guy. But it is bullshit that he does not have one because he's put in the work over the years. He should have hit that number way before then. Jenna, yeah, that does suck. Francois, yeah, it blows my mind that some channels like don't have more subscribers. Like I brought up Mahler, I thought he would have at least a million, but he doesn't. Like, why? This guy does good work. I don't understand. Francois, yeah, that's true. The QF setup is more cool than a fucking YouTube plaque. That's right. And Frank is the kind of guy where even if he did have one, I don't think he'd be that kind of asshole to like have it in the shot so it's always there. Like it might be in the studio, like in the room, like across the room where he can see it, but not in the shot that we see. I don't think he would be that much of a because maybe he wants to see it himself while he's live, have it hanging up across the room so we can always, be reminded of it. But I don't think he would have it like sitting over his shoulder the whole time, something like that. Jenna Frank should AI a pic of the plaque and frame it. Oh, that's even worse. Don't use AI. It would be classier. Just get some sheet paper. Maybe not yellow. Get white and just get a pen and just draw. I don't even know what a play button looks like. I don't even know if this pen has ink in it. But and then oh, okay, this is my you know here's YouTube play button there. I don't fucking know what they look like. To just do that, like there's my damn play button. I drew it myself. 100K. Even do it in crayon. Do it with your offhand too. What's up, Moon Buddy? How's it going? Yeah, smash the like if you haven't already. Oh hey, look guys, I got my play button for 100K subs. Wow. Thank you. uh, on the subject of YouTube, I do want to say, fuck member comments because when I go down to the comment section, I want to just see comments. I don't want to see one regular comment followed by member comments. I don't want to see the comments by the people who paid to have their comments there because if you had to pay to have your comment there, you probably don't have very much to say. I want to see the free comments. So fuck member comments. I give zero fucks. If I was a member, I would wait till I was not a member and then comment. I don't want my comments with the members. I don't care whose channel it is. Whether it's Gray, whether it's... Oh, we can't do that on Frank's channel, can we? Oh, Moon Bunny, yeah, thank you. Yeah, it took a long time and a lot of work, but I had channels like Ray Still Plays and quite frankly to inspire me, and I had the franklies to keep me going. And it's because of all of you guys I got to 100,000 subscribers. So I wouldn't even know what to do with that many people around. What do you even do when that kind of thing happens? Do you have like a special uh live show where you like do you do an AMA? Do you I don't know what folks would do for that. I did notice that this was too cute. I think back when Gray had 50 subscribers, he did something for them, but to be fair, he got his first 50 subscribers in the first couple of months. And then as you listen to the videos, it's like 40,000 and just all that kind of stuff. You gotta have to. As many Gray videos as I watch, I probably should like take notes of all this stuff. But I'm not stalking the man. I just want to know the information for myself. But as you do that, you kind of put together in your head, okay, this many videos or this many subscribers on this day, and then this many subscribers on that day, and just to try to keep it in my head. Jenna, he can make it for 300,000 if designing it. Yeah, Frank, don't you have 102,000 subscribers on YouTube? What was that? 200,000 subscribers? Yeah, I sure do. Hold on, let me just, yeah, see. Of course I do. Jenny, yeah, a lot of creators do a short video thanking the fans. Yeah. If I had 100,000 subscribers, I would think by then I would have like legit, like fans, finger air quotes, drink. Not now. Everybody knows each other. But yeah, after Gray got 8 million subscribers, it's like, okay, well, what do I do with myself now? What do I check on YouTube now? And then the following day, he tweeted out something about it himself. Francois, yeah, he can let his daughter draw the plaque. That would be too cute. She could draw one for him every single year for his birthday. Oh, that would be nice. They had to do that. That's not a bad idea at all. All right, the Friday show, this was a little bit odd. The bone bank, is that like for like skin grafts, or like you break a bone in your arm and then they get you a new one out of the bone bank, something like that? And that's we were getting into a lot of doctor talk on the Friday show. All you have to know about that, people had their like horror stories in the chat room, and Frank's like, hey, if you had a surgery or a doctor did something to you that you didn't want them to do, like surgery wise, that isn't too painful to talk about, call in. And so I guess everybody's were too painful because they put them in the chat rooms just talking about fuck ups and things that doctors did, surgeons, whatnot. Yeah, take it from me. Surgeons don't give a fuck. They've got the doctors too. They have a license to kill. Anything in the world can happen to you. They still get to go home and eat a steak like nothing happened. Oh, Jenny, yeah, some creators put their sub numbers on a board next to them so you see the actual sub numbers. Yeah, yeah, the 188. Just see, that blows my mind when I get subs when I haven't done anything at all. Like it was 187, and then just today it went up one. Like haven't done anything yet. I haven't gone live yet. I am thinking about this though. If I do upload additional content, it would be on a Wednesday. Probably after, quite frankly, just because that's the one day this channel does the least amount of views. So if I do end up dropping any extra videos, probably not going live since it would be too hard to go to a full, quite frankly, and then sit at the screen. But like if I was going to upload a video, do little extras like shorts, things like that, look for those to happen on Wednesdays, like probably about 9:03 p.m. Eastern time. I'm not saying that will happen next week, but if I do, definitely then, just for that reason, just to get the views more on an even keel. And I'm not saying I get like a ton of views, but that's just the one time when it dips, so that could happen. Yeah, folks were kind of freaking out a little bit Twitch, like I said, but again, they kind of worked it out amongst themselves. I think honestly, as much as they talked about watching other places, I think they're going to watch those other places, but then chat on Twitch. I won't be in the Twitch chat room next week. I still have yet to decide which chat room I'm going to be in next week for the week 2 of the chat room tour. I don't quite think I'll be going to Pilled yet. So it will be another one, possibly Twitter. We'll see. I'll put that tweet out Sunday at 12:01 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh yeah, that's when Friday Matt was not there. A few people asked about this. Matt does work for the city, and he was working in the sewers that day. He had to fight Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Matt is keeping the city safe. Somebody's got to do it. Patrick, Rabbit Hole Wednesday is a good watch, though. Oh, cool. That does sound interesting. Every once in a while, I will watch one of those rabbit hole type of conspiracy videos. And it kind of depends on the who is putting those videos together, whether or not they are watchable until the end. So that's what Matt does. It seems like his back's okay and back to normal. He just does have to work. Francois, exactly. Matt cleaning the city of the deep state. That's what it is. He's starting from the sewers, and we know what's down there other than the Ninja Turtles. I think that came up like last year or the year before. Everybody was on about certain people in living in the sewers and doing things. Did my phone make a noise? My phone made a noise, but uh, it's just a short or something. Like Frank is not live. I'll put it that way. It's okay. It's okay. And then Willie did call in. He called in later on towards the end. That's when you know it's Willie Fix It, cause he doesn't always sound coherent. Let's put it that way. He always sounds that way. He'll call in a Jim Lee show. That's the way he sounds. So that's just the way he communicates. But Frank always calls him John, and that's not his name. Oh, what's up, Pete? How's it going? Patrick, yeah, it's where Kabbalah and her ilk hang out. Yeah, that's what I call her too. Yeah, well, Willie called in and he was talking a little bit more a little bit faster than usual, maybe a little bit more incoherent than usual, and he isn't usually very coherent. He was just a little bit more discombobulated. And Frank was trying to stop him in between comments to try to like get a foothold on each thing he was saying because he was just blowing through information so quickly, and you really can't stop Willie when he gets going. And we do have to remember with Willie Fix It, last we knew, like his wife was going through some serious medical issues, so he's taking care of his missus, so he's a little bit stressed out. So I'm sure that's where the agitation and like the speed came from. But yeah, he was really hard to rein in on that call. But I hope everything's going fine for him. I'm glad he was able to call in. I like Willie's calls. They're so much fun to listen to. I just hope things are You know, I'm on the upswing for him. I worry about that guy. Oh, Jenna, yeah, have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, glad you made it. Whose handwriting is this? No. And why does this happen? I've noticed this ever since Twitter became X. But if you tweet something that has, like, if you at somebody, like at, quite frankly, or at Grace Still Plays, it will pin that tweet at the top of your feed. Like, you didn't physically pin it, it gives you the option to pin it, but it will stay at the top of your feed no matter what. And it's just on mobile because I can go to my Twitter right now. And when Gray got his 8 million subs, I tweet, you know, Gray hit 8 million subs, you know, at Gray Still Plays, you know, 20:59 p.m. And I do not have it pinned. It gives me the option to. I do not have it pinned, but it's the very first thing when I go to my Twitter. But if I go on the tablet or the laptop, it's not even there. It's like that tweet doesn't exist. And it never did this before. It never did this when it was Twitter. It's so stupid. Oh, Pete. Oh, my computer is wonky. Yeah, it does act up. I gotta look up the next time the Mercury is retrograde since we're in a new year. Ugh. What? Tell me. No, Mercury. Mercury retrograde 2024. The next one is November 25th. When's it end? Yeah, November 25th through December 15th. So that's only gonna fuck with Sagittarius. That's alright. So it's still a little ways off. Friggin' Twitter/X. Oh, nice. Lisa Gray is sending us fresh halibut from Alaska. Oh, sweet. Mercury retrograde, Pete. So, I don't know about how Uranus affects us. I don't know if Uranus goes retrograde, to be honest. That's what was so weird about Frank's technical difficulties, because we're nowhere near Mercury retrograde. It's just Mercury regular grade. Moon Bunny, you should do tarot readings. See, back when I got into astrology, I was like, I could get into astrology or tarot, and I chose astrology. So I would have to like learn tarot cards because like while I can like learn the pattern to set them down in, I don't know like what the cards mean and their relationship to one another. However, I do have a theory. If you know the card the Hanged Man, it's literally a fella upside down. But I'm thinking if you get the Hanged Man, but the card is inverted, does that mean the guy is well hung? That's got to be true. I know nothing about astrology, but that's got to be true. Or about tarot, but that's got to be true. I know more about astrology, not everything about astrology. I will admit the limits of my knowledge when it comes to astrology, unlike anybody else you know who will tell you about astrology. If you know anybody who tells you they are two signs, that's all right, Moon Bunny, astrology readings, yeah. If someone tells you that they are two signs, just agree and ease away from the subject as carefully as you can. Never bring it up again because that person does not know anything. They don't know what they're talking about. No one who knows astrology will ever let those words fly out of their lips because that is not a true statement. Never bring it up again. You don't have to be rude, but I would just personally never, I would steer a conversation away from that subject because I don't want to hear how wrong they are about it. Just let it go. It's the same thing. It's almost the same thing when somebody says they don't believe in astrology. You, okay, you don't give them a hard time about it. You just say, okay. And then you find out when their birthday is. And then they sit there and steady tell you everything about how that sign acts while they don't. Like one of she's not here right now, but one of the Franklies. She's on the one hand she doesn't believe in astrology, but she's an Aquarius who is an avid book reader. Okay. Sure. That's the only Francois, but like nobody would ever say that they're two signs. But like you do have an ascendant, and then you got your sun sign, which is your sign. I mean, you could have like say I'm double Earth, for example. I've got Capricorn Sun and Virgo Rising, so they're both Earth signs. You would call that double Earth. You would never say you're two signs. Like I am on the cusp with Aquarius. I am not an Aquarius. I have 5 planets in air signs. 2 of them are in Aquarius. Still doesn't make me an Aquarius. If you look at when the sun went into Aquarius, I was born at night, and then the sun went into Aquarius the following day. So I'm very close, but I'm technically a Capricorn. Yeah, Pete. Yeah, never bring up. When's her birthday, Pete? And never bring up astrology ever. If it like just no, just don't make it obvious you're not talking about it, but never bring it up again. I mean, you might be, yeah, like John Rogers is saying, you can have two signs if you use the regular calendar and the Chinese calendar. See, like that's, like you could say, okay, you're an Aries and a dragon. I don't know Chinese astrology, but you would never say you're two signs. You would say, well, in, I don't know, like regular astrology, I'm a Capricorn, but in Chinese astrology, I'm, and then whatever your critter is. You wouldn't say, no person who knows what they're talking about would ever say they are two signs. Those are just words that they would not come out. Oh, Francois, you're a Gemini? That's hot. A June Gemini? Oh, Kara, if I remember correctly, they cited American horoscopes and maybe Verdict or some other related word. Yeah, there are different kinds of astrology. I'm not saying that there are not, because there are. And then if you do your history on astrology, signs were called different things if you go back into the past. Oh, May, sweet. When then? I like Gemini. I like air signs anyway. I think that's why I've got the 5 planets. It's the only air I don't have. I've got 3 in Libra and then 2 in Aquarius. But Gemini is the only air I don't have in my horoscope. But yeah, I do want to do a Moon Bunny an astrology show once, because we do have some Franklies who are heavy into astrology, and I think one of the chicks even has a Scorpio moon just like me. So I'm like, oh, what's that like? April 12th, Aries, yeah. Yeah, never Aries, yeah. I like Aries, but they can be stubborn. First they're the oldest child of the zodiac, so they're not going to take any of your advice. So just never bring up astrology to her ever. Yeah, I know Pete's a Gemini. I'm pretty sure Pete's birthday is the same as my holiday, May 27th. Good day. I like that. Like as far as Chinese astrology goes, I know that I'm a rooster, so cock, which makes sense. But that's all I know about it. Because the reason why I kind of don't care about Chinese astrology is because everywhere you look to find whatever your critter is was like always different. So I didn't know what to trust. So I'm like, screw this. Let me just deal with the signs I know. I'm never gonna go to China anyway. Yeah, Pete. Yeah, June 13th. Yeah, that's a holiday for me. Yeah, my best friend growing up was Aries, so they are. That's how I learned they can be rather stubborn. And then we got Frank, who's an Aries, and other Arieses around. So they're cool people. All these spring birthdays. Oh, this Saturday. That's today. That's what this Saturday means. Okay. Oh, Moon Bunny. Talking about their brother's birthday is also May 27th. Oh, that's cool. Francois was talking about one day someone told me my thing about me related to Chinese astrology, and I found it really accurate. I mean, it could be. I just have not looked too far into like not even for myself, let alone other people. There's too much in regular astrology that I either have forgotten or never learned in the last almost 30 years that I'm interested in getting back into. Kara, it's hard for January birthdays in Chinese astrology because their new year is a few weeks after the first. Oh, yeah, see, I don't even know when their new year is. Oh, because don't, it's like February or something. I don't know when I know when my new year is and when you guys' new year is. And that's pretty much the only New Year's you really have to know. And then don't you get like an element in Chinese astrology like wood, water, fire? I don't even want to speak on it because I don't know much about it. But yeah, here comes the rooster. Chinese New Year this year is January 29th, so Aquarius. Huh, that's an interesting time. Swear to God, if I don't get to enjoy Capricorn and Aquarius this year, son of a bitch, the last 2 years I couldn't. Why is it a holiday? It just that's just the day it happened to be. Did I ever watch Jeff Harmon? That name's familiar. Yeah, June 13th and the 15th. Actually, that's right around the time when it starts up when I've got holidays almost every other day. So it's like June. Hmm. Okay, well, there's a 2 day gap, then June 13, 15, 16, 18, 20, and 22nd. So that if we followed my holidays, everybody would have roughly a week off sometime in the middle of June. But then on the flip side, and like for example, there are no holidays in April, and just most of the holidays ended up in the spring. Yeah, we can celebrate your birthday on June 13th. Pete. Francois, there's also Celtic astrology with all signs are trees. That's all I know about. Ooh, that'd be even tougher for me. I'm inside all the time. I don't know trees. There's palm trees and um e- evergreen, uh, oak, uh, um goodness, that would be like having like flowers. I don't know flowers. I don't really do too much. I'm not huge into birthstones either. I don't really care for the January one. It's so dark red you can't even see it. So if I get a ring with a stone in it, I would just get an amethyst because it's purple. Or like what if your birthday isn't it like Cancer or something is pearl? Like what if you don't like pearls? What if you want a sparkly friggin' birthstone? Pearls don't sparkle. Moon Bunny, yeah, hi, my sign is maple. Walking with like a jug, like, oh, you're Canadian, huh? Yeah, yeah. If you're born at the right time of year, you're just Canadian. Oh, holy shit, John. I'm a goat with the Chinese and a ram with Aries. Holy just this stubborn critter with like cool headgear, just hanging out on rocks and stuff. I like that. Francois, I'm a monkey in Chinese astrology. Maybe I'll have to look into it and it'll make sense. Patrick, I think it's on Lindsey Graham's birthday this year, as it's the year of the snake. Ooh. Moon Buddy hang maple leaves on my neck. Well, instead of doing like the Flava Flav, like a giant clock, just hang a giant maple leaf. Like, dude, is that guy must just be proud of being Canadian. But man, fuck you. I'm just into astrology. Don't you dare call me Canadian. Can't do that. Shock the monkey. Like the TLC song from back in the day. Uh, it's so hard to not sing a song that I know, but I'm on TV or not TV, but I'm on live. Danny, I'm happy with any flower or gem. It's just because like flowers, I mean, they're pretty to look at. I like My Fair Lady, but I don't like the smell of being around a lot of flowers because I'm only around a lot of flowers at funerals. So if I were to walk into a florist, I would just be reminded of all the funerals I went to, and I would just be sad, like a dozen roses, and red, and Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, from Peter Gabriel. Oh, Francois. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, that is a oh, Pearl is June's birthstone. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Uh, who gets an emerald? Is that Taurus? I like emeralds too. I would wear an emerald. It doesn't have to be a diamond. I don't want like as far as a wedding ring would go. I've said for years, all I want is a plain yellow gold band. I don't want any stones in it. I mean, it can have like an inscription on the inside, like the one ring, but I don't need it getting caught on anything. I don't need to like nod out and fall asleep on it and like wake up with like a cut on my face because I'm the type to like move my hand across something and like cut myself with it. So I just to avoid like hurting myself or the ring, just a plain yellow gold band. I don't need like I can wear other jewelry that has stones in it. Don't get me wrong, but it just I don't need a big old honking because the bigger the stone on the wedding ring, the bigger the bitch wearing it. I think we went over that. Pete, yeah, my sign might be a pot leaf. I don't know. It could be. Yeah, yeah. Oh, what's up, Erica? I'm a pig in the Chinese year. Oink oink. Hey, that's just more bacon. Oh, John Rogers. Yeah, Chinese go by year, not month. Wow, the whole year? Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay, so that's a little like the year of the dragon, the year of the snake, the year of the. Oh, that's what that means. I don't know about that. Dandy, I love gemstones and plants, lol. Carrot, yeah, yeah, same. Yeah, I've always liked emeralds, but my stone is garnet. Yeah, that's why I'm not into birthstones. I just maybe if I like my birthstone, I would be into birthstones, but I just like there's nothing wrong with red. Like let's say rubies, but those are kind of pink. Um, there's nothing wrong with the color red. It's just you can't see it. It just looks black. It might as well be onyx. So what's the damn point? But that purple that shows up, emeralds are fragile. Ooh, yeah. Maybe no emerald rings then. I like green things. Yeah, Pete. Yeah, me too. Green is a cool color by me. Yeah, very interesting week, quite frankly. But we learned that the chat room is always open on Twitch. Aquamarine is pretty. Oh, I forgot about aquamarine. Yeah. John Rogers, I miss Chinese buffets. Oh, me too. I was thinking about Chinese buffets earlier. I learned what lapis lazuli is from ancient Egyptian things, but it's basically just a blue stone with gold flecks in it. I can't wear blue, so that's out for me. Yeah, I would just, yeah. I'm more into colors rather than like maybe if I knew about like healing with crystals, that would be different, but I don't. So more about like the color of a thing and the way it makes you feel. So if you like garnets are purple, yeah, I mean if you held it up to enough damn light, it might be purple, but again, it's so friggin' dark. And then it's not even really a dark stone, let's say, but then you put it in a setting, it becomes dark. I know, R.I.P. Brian's Buffet. Seriously. I gotta put a. Damn, that hurt. I'm always gonna be pissed off about that because it was my idea. I was offering like, hey, let's go out to eat at Brian Buffet, and then like it was like maybe summertime, and then it got closer to fall maybe, and it had closed. So yeah, maroonish. Yeah, what Kara's saying about a garnet. And then amethyst, it's that's the February stone. So if you happen to know Aquarius or Aquarii and Pisces who are born in April or not April, sorry. I know what I'm talking about. Who are born in Aquarius, who are born in February or Pisces. You can wear it for that, but I would be wearing it for myself. I like purple anyway, and I use it as a religious color as well. So I just keep it around myself. It cheers me up. I've got like even the screen, like the bottom border here is purple, and there's like a little border that's on like the edge of every screen that's like just slightly purple. I've got this sitting on a purple notebook here, purple pillowcases. This would be purple, but I went into Wally World. That's April, Kara, Diamond Birthstone. Went into Wally World looking for a purple bed sheet, and like they had like a few pillowcases, like dark purple, because the light purple just make me look too brown. Um, but they just do not have them at like not at my Walmart, and I didn't even think about going to the other stores at the time, something like that. But like that would have been purple if it would have been in goddamn stock. I say I had a friend who liked diamonds, and his birthday was in April, so that worked out for him just fine. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is yeah, B Chap, this isn't live. This is a pre-recorded premiere that just happens to be speaking to the chat room. That would be odd. I ought to upload a video where I respond to random comments the whole time to see if people can tell whether or not I really was live or if it was pre-recorded and I was just acting. That would actually be fun. I wonder if that would work. Oh, and then this was weird today. I went over to Twitter. I tweeted this out. It's not doing it now, but every single tweet said it was from well, like it uses like the UK way the dates are written. So it was like 31 December 69, every single last tweet, but instead of showing tweets, it was just like the name of the person and the date, and like the ability to like it, but no information. So it literally felt like we had gone back in time to 1969. So because of that, no one could tweet anything because Twitter did not exist. However, the handles existed back then, if that makes sense. So we've been in 1969 all day. And the best thing about that is Dark Shadows comes on live. So that means I could review it live here in 1969. Imagine that. You weren't even born yet, phone. Moon Bunny. Apparently, I only ovulate in June. They're 6 years apart. Oh man, that's okay. You've only gotta prepare and eat chocolate once every 6 years. Oh yeah, Francois. That's right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you are 6 hours in the future from us. Oh, Moon Bunny. Yeah, I have two daughters. One in February, one in March. Both Pisces. BOGO on aquamarine gifts. Nice. Good timing. Kara, on Amazon, I bought some purple sheets for one of the kiddos there. I think they were flannel though. Ugh. The month of alimony, Pete saying in April. Yeah, I've got to maybe just check another store because it's a bed sheet. Like I wouldn't even use it for this bed. It's I think that's like maybe like a some kind of twin size mattress, and then the sheet is actually a full size sheet. I don't know exactly how. I needed something wider than what I had, but as far as the length goes, I do know that because the first 3 feet of it I don't touch, but then the last 5 feet of it are what I have to iron. So it's actually what you cannot see of it is it just nobody ever sees it. It's all just wrinkly and folded over. But it was because the other purple sheet that I have, it was just not wide enough. I have to see if it will like sit on here if I can possibly use it because I do like the color of it. I had used it in some prior videos, but I could hang it up. But we'll see. I do want to make a change with the color. Oh, Dandy, yikes. Great flood in Norwalk in 1969. Oh, damn, reservoir overflowed. Ah, son of a bitch. That sucks. Kara, I've seen some funny comments about alimony this week online. Crazy lady in jail on trial for M. Wants her ex to keep paying it. LOL. Oh, that crazy bitch. She wants that commissary. And I wonder how bad it is. Like, did she like kill somebody in the husband's family and she still wants him to? Yeah. I was watching some channels today. They have to censor out almost every word because they're monetized and they're talking about like people getting unalived. So every way you can say like they're not even saying unalive. They're just saying like the words for it, but then they're not even bleeping it out, just like dropping out the audio. But it happens so much you can't understand a sentence they're saying. So like just use like the pseudo words for. Otherwise, why are you writing a script that nobody can hear because you have to edit out half of the words? And it's not my channel. I guess I don't care if that works to get and more power to them for just dropping up the sound rather than using the beep because like that's gonna set off my tinnitus. I'm gonna dislike your video and leave. So they did make the right choice. If you're gonna swear in a video and cut it out, just take the audio out. Don't make a loud sound over it. It's terrible. Nikki, she put her boyfriend in a suitcase. Whoa, that is one evil bitch. Yeah, I think I think incarceration should make you exempt from paying alimony. Just me. Francois, well, I don't play money games and don't watch them. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Yeah, Carrie. Yeah, you can't mention the crimes on the True Crimes channel. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you have somebody who's a serial killer, but you can't say the word killer in the video. You have to keep like editing it out, or you just cutting out the word. So how are you going to talk about this? And like, okay, here's the first victim. So it's like, how many words are going to get edited out of this? And it's just if you have to edit the word out, don't use it. Just don't use it. Yeah, Patrick's from the future too. Only 5 hours ahead. But he's got all that water like separating us. Francois, yeah, I see so many people losing money by playing lotto stuff. Yet lottery is a stupid people tax. The only people who should be gambling, from what I've seen as far as lottery tickets go, are Sagittarii. No bullshit. And the only reason this lady won so much was because she played a lot. This chick would come in with, I don't know if they still do this because I sold lottery tickets like, 20 years ago, but you have like your sheet of numbers you can just slide into the machine, and this chick would just have so many. I'd run them through for her. She would be buying about $200 worth of lottery tickets, but then she would be, winning, say, double or more back. Not every time I saw her personally, but I mean, worked at a factory, so she had, money to waste. But, other people like win, stuff like that. But sewer slide, yeah, yeah. Uh, I forget which app it is that you have to like can't use so many. Probably TikTok. It's one of those apps you can't say any words on, but then they like grooming go on there. Yeah, that's how you can get around that. So there are like words you can say that imply what you mean. Like use your pseudo swearing, but don't say, drop an F bomb and then like or F asterisk asterisk asterisk. Like, how old are you? I either say fuck or shut the fuck up. Say a different word. Yeah, or you have to say it like uh D, the letter three, A D. You can't just say dead. You have to like nerd type it out. Like you can't you because your whatever you're saying will get censored. Stop breathing permanently. Yeah, they kicked that air habit. Oh man, did I forget anything from last week? It was kind of busy. It was fun though. I'm glad we're back, quite frankly. As much fun as it is to go live, it is fun to just go to the show and just talk, because it's like we get to talk here. I do like that it is a smaller channel and a smaller room because we can still interact. If I had 102,000 subscribers or 8 million subscribers, I couldn't sit here and talk to every single person. I'd have to be taking email questions or something like that. I would assume it would be too crazy at that size. Oh, Kelly, how's it going? How's your Saturday? Remember to smash the like button if you haven't already. Yeah, next week, still deciding on the chat room. But Monday, Frank has even tweeted this out. Monday, we have the Public Book Club, the Mask of the Red Death. Frank has tweeted this out. I shared the tweet. There's a PDF. It's maybe 5 pages long. Someone said they've read it. They can't wait to talk about it. I've also shared the audiobook. You can look that up on YouTube. So we will be going to that after, quite frankly. So roughly, Frank might end the show maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes early. Then we go to book club, which I've never been. I've never been. All I know is Franklies are going to be there, and I've never been there before. So, and it might be an hour. I don't know if we can stretch it out. Frank might be tired. I get it. But of course, I'm going to want to stretch it out longer because I don't know the story. Maybe we're going to want to talk about it for longer. Maybe it's going to run on longer because it's public. There's going to be a lot of people there. Frank's thing is he wants more people to support his channel because he is not monetized. So I get it. Unfortunately, I'm not in that position, but I can read a book and we can sit around pretending we know how to read. Kelly, oh, good. Just got out of Cummy, California. Oh, sweet. East Texas, even better. Good. Glad you made it out, Kelly. Weren't you on a plane yesterday? You were saying? Uh, but yeah, just other than the book club, just a regular old Frankly week. I say that now, but we'll see what's going to happen as the sun goes into Scorpio full blast. P, I bet on women's tennis. I picked the one with the best childbearing hips. Solid, solid plan. Nice. I like that. And then the following week is Halloween. But Frank does have, he was talking about, he's got guests lined up. He was talking about next week, the following week, into November. I forget who all he said now. I swear he mentioned Chris Ann Hall at some point. But that takes us through the end of the month. I don't want to rush through the end of the month. It'll get here in plenty of time. But the way Frank sounded when he's talking about all of his guests, he's not talking about taking time off. The book is, let me see the fastest way I can get this to you. Frank did tweet this out maybe a few days ago. Yes. Share. All right, here we go. This is what Frank shared. This will take you to, I believe, the Quite Frankly forum, and then that will give you the PDF. Oh, pause. And you know the rule, whenever you share something, erase everything behind the question mark, including the question mark. So that's the tweet that Frank sent that has just the physical no, not physical book, but the words version of the book PDF. There we go. But then I did find the audiobook here on YouTube. Oh, let me share this as well, just in case, because some people like to read, some people do not like to read, or they just, if you're like me, it's like your eyes just cannot focus on the words for too long, and then you get impatient, and then it just gets frustrating and not fun, so you put it down. So it is just easier to be told the story. So you can either, the first link is to the words version, and then the second tweet is, that's my tweet, that's just the audiobook read by Christopher Lee. So I'll have to listen to that, oh man, at least before the show on Monday, because if I know the story, I don't remember it, so it might be new to me. But that's coming up on the 21st here, and that'll be fun. It'll be like we're gonna get like at least 3 hours of Quite Frankly. So like drink some coffee, take your extra caffeine. Kelly, yeah, audiobook. First thing I thought was audiobook. It's got to be there. Oh, John Rogers, cool. I have a book with his whole collection. These are he's doing Edgar Allan Poe stories here in October. Oh, Kelly, nice. I'm 38 going on 39 in March. Sweet. Oh, that takes me back. Oh, 38 and 39. Oh God. Oh, I was so young. When I was 39, for a couple of months, I had the thought that I would be a good stepfather. Not great, and nothing gay about it. Just a good stepfather. Oh, I'm really glad you guys had a couple extra hours to spend with me on a Saturday. I was looking forward to this all day. It's after going live for a whole week, it's so hard to not see you guys here for a week, even though we were just at Quite Frankly. So it's different. It's the same people, but it's different. I don't know how to quite put it. Oh, Kelly, right on. I don't take much shit anymore like I used to, and I'm thankful. 3 hours of Quite Frankly sounds peaceful. Yeah. Yeah, I start don't take any shit, and just giving, just caring less about things that don't matter and caring more about things that do matter. Your priorities shift at some point. Francois, I never listened to an audiobook. I'll try someday since I like listening to stuff while doing chores. It is weird at first. The first time I ever saw somebody listening to an audiobook, they were just like doing like like working with like leather or something like that. And they had their door open and I thought, oh, the radio's on. So I kind of listened to it, but I'm not hearing the like, radio type of voice. And I realized it was a book, on tape. And I was like, uh I never saw anybody do that before. It's not so bad. I read A Song of Ice and Fire as audiobook, so it counts as reading. Dandy, I needed this upcoming week will be stressful. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's why I got the Cultivate Elevate the Lion's Mane coming to help out. Because this month, end of this month will be rough. A little bit of next month will be rough. Just personally, we'll get through it. Kelly, I love listening to audio while cleaning. That's how I roll. Yeah, I like to have something on that I don't have to keep messing with. So like that's why I like to put on the Judy Garland CD or just something that's going to take like a CD that's like an hour long so I don't have to keep touching it and finding other music, things like that, messing with commercials. Moon Bunny, I've been replying to the political spam text when just asked if I was voting for Harris. I said nope. And they wished me a good day. Wasn't that sweet of them? Oh yeah, don't even reply to those. I got something in the mail talking about you won an award. It's like an award for what? Here's a it was a kind of mail I didn't have to open. I could just kind of like it was like taped to the bottom so I could just pop, peek inside. But something like here's a great citizenship award from 2020. Now we need you to do something important and go vote in the trash. Oh, John Rogers talking about my ex-father-in-law was blind, so that is how we read. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with audiobooks. It's just like somebody reading a story to you. Yeah, all these political commercials, just nope. Nope. I get enough of that, quite frankly. We'll be fine. I got stickers from Yes Cacao. I'm okay. I think I even got a sticker from Sunday mornings when I got the hats. Oh man, this was too much fun. So yeah, don't forget your pants because they will just sit on the floor all week and they might get vacuumed up. Yeah, I refuse to be harassed by this political stuff. Oh yeah, that's another reason why Android has it over Apple because Frank was complaining about the holidays in his calendar. You don't have to have US holidays in your calendar, at least not with my Samsung phone. I take those out of there immediately. There are no holidays in there. I just add my own stuff into the calendar. So that's why I never know when Frank's gonna be off for holidays because I don't know when they are. I don't know when you guys' holidays are. So that's why I'm always surprised and scrambling. It's okay. It keeps things fun. You got when you lose your memory and there's no chance of it coming back, you have to have fun with it. You get to rediscover things all the time. Kelly, yeah, I'm not blind, but that's how I read these days. It really does. Like you can listen to an audiobook while you're driving. You try to read a book while you're driving and see if you don't get pulled over or if you don't slam into a tree or another person or goodness, please don't do that. So everybody have a great night. Get some good sleep. Have a good meal. And never mind all of that voting, people asking you who you're gonna vote for and questions. And no, you don't need that in your life. You should be thinking about, you know what, it's gonna be Thanksgiving in roughly a month or so, so you should be thinking about spending time with your family next month if you don't do any Halloween stuff, which is fine. Kelly, I'm smoking on the patio, fam. I'll be right out there with you. It is smoking time. Carrie, yeah, you're welcome for the links. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you read it, if you listen to the audiobook, if you do both. It'll be fun. It's gonna be new. It's so hard to do something new with the Franklies after almost 10 years. So that's why I'm kind of I don't know how to act with it. It'll be fun. It'll be good. Kelly, damn straight. This is the best chat ever. It is all you guys. It's all the Franklies. So if it wasn't you guys, there wouldn't be this channel. There wouldn't be Quite Frankly. There wouldn't be a book club or the Quite Frankly coffee. So it's you guys showing up to the shows and liking them and Kelly, yeah, positive vibes. Yeah, absolutely. Any like comments after the show, sharing, all that stuff helps with any YouTube content creators. So if you like them, you don't have to support any channel monetarily if it's not in your budget. I get it. So like likes, shares, comments, all that stuff means just as much. Oh, Carrie, you're right. It's been fun. Thanks for the Saturday night Frankly time. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, have a good night. Watch something funny on YouTube and read a book sometime between now and Monday, or listen to a book, and you will all get to talk about it at Frank's. That's one thing I'm not gonna. We'll watch movies together. We're not gonna start a book club. We're gonna watch Death Becomes Her and talk about that on November 2nd. So you can watch that on Tubi. That's a free app. You can watch for free. You can put it on your phone, watch movies, watch TV anytime you want. Good night, Dandy. Yeah, till next time. Yeah, John's just getting it back together after his incident last year, but he's on top of it. He's healing right up. So you guys are the best. Yeah, love you guys. Until next time.